So this blog is entitled, What's the Goal of Therapy? Just give you a little bit more clarity about some of the concepts behind my 4Rs. If you think about it, what's the goal of therapy? It's ultimately selling change, isn't it? Specifically the idea that change is better than not changing. Now, think about this for a moment. If a client comes in for therapy, they take all this time and this money to pay for a change they logically know is better for them, then why are they paying this money? Why not just stop doing it or change? You know, people say to me, I know what I'm doing is crazy or harmful or wasteful, can't stop doing it. If a person's already convinced but still no change, it stands to reason one part of them is not yet sold on change. The brakes are still on. You know, we've got examples, people spend £500 for a gym membership, they never go. Yeah, why? Because one part wants to go, one part's not sufficiently interested to go. It's against it. Yeah? So you've got endless examples from real life. So in essence, I'm saying the aim of therapy is to sell to all the internal parts, sell them with their change until there's unanimous verdict for change. If parts are convinced of the benefits of change, change will follow. So we come to this conclusion. If all therapy is in essence about negotiating a unanimous verdict for change, then all therapy is in essence a form of parts therapy. Now, let's talk about left and right brain therapy for a moment. I believe a lot of modern therapy is too intellectual. Most psychologists or therapists, they either start off being left-brained or they train themselves to be. Now consider the advertising industry for a moment. When I did a workshop last year, I Googled how much media advertising was spent in the USA from 2011 to 2012. That's 1 year. Can you guess an answer? $209 billion. $209 billion in 1 year in one country. Now, how many of those adverts appeal solely to the left brain, the logical brain? How many adverts appeal to reason and intellect and a logical cost-benefit analysis? I think a tiny proportion. The rest? They'll use imagery, emotion. They're trying to associate a product with a feeling. How many models do you know with a washboard stomach who lounge around drinking beer and eat Pringles and Galaxy chocolate all the time? Yeah? Adverts influence using emotion. Advertising does not spend billions per year for nothing work. It's a hard-nosed business decision. So, what hard economic facts are telling us is that the way to influence people and sell them something is using the language of emotion, feeling, and imagination, or the right brain. Now, if that's the case and we want to sell change to clients, then why on earth are the NHS and most people using predominantly left brain therapies for right brain customers? Why work harder? Yeah? You know, once I was walking past this shop on holiday, it was one of those souvenir shops. It had, you know, beads and bangles and shawls and rings and cushion cases and stuff like that. I thought to myself, what a load of crap, you know? Who could possibly be interested in all this, yeah? I turned to look for my wife and I was seeing her looking up all the things, you know, looking at them, you know, checking them all out. So, anyone wanting to sell us any of that stuff needs to go and sell to my wife, not me. If they try and sell that stuff to me, it's going to be really hard work, impossible actually. They need to get their customer right. The same thing with the minds. We need to appeal to the mind that is our customer. Yeah? So the points I want to take away from here are, we need to sell change, and the things we need to sell change to are primarily parts of the mind. We need to convince enough parts to change. The easiest way to speak directly and influence and persuade parts is using right brain methods, imagination, feeling. And therefore, therapy needs to be able to communicate in a right brain way. Most therapies work in an intellectual way. Yeah? So, a little bit about the theory behind it.